Hello there! Did you know there are 80 different mobs in Minecraft? I'm Dippyblether and I love mobs, but with so many different ones, it's really difficult to remember everything about them. But don't worry, I made a big guide about everything you need to know about the mobs. There are friendly mobs in Minecraft, neutral mobs, and hostile mobs. This is part 1 of my guide, where we're looking at all the friendly mobs, or passive mobs as Minecraft calls them. There are 32 of them. Some are super useful, and some are just really fun, and some are very, very rare. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and let me show you all the friendly mobs in their environments. Learn where you can find them, how to interact with them, how to tame them and breed them, and lots of other fun facts that will help you improve your game. All the mobs are in alphabetical order. So let's get started with A. A is for Allay. These adorable little sprites just want to be your helpers. If you give them an object to hold, they will follow you and collect that object for you. Thank you guys. I love flowers. Unfortunately, the only way to get an Allay is to rescue it from the evil pillagers. These horrible ne'er-do-wells lock them up in their prisons, in their outposts, and in their strongholds. So you need to go to their dank and dark places and rescue them. Let's spring these guys from their cells, and hopefully nobody will see me. Come on guys, come with me. Ooh, evil spider alert, hurry up. Wow, that was a super successful raid. I've got 8 of them. And look how they work. They're adorable, aren't they? Thank you for picking up the wool I dropped. Allay also love music. If you play a disc to them, they start dancing. And if you give a dancing Allay an amethyst shard, it duplicates, so you only need 1 Allay to get more. But Allay are not the only mob in Minecraft that dances to music. There will be another dancing mob later on, but now it's time to move on to the next A mob. Meet the Armadillo. It lives in the savannah and in the Badlands, and it was added in the last mob vote. When armadillos get scared, they roll themselves up into a tight little ball. That's how they protect themselves, and the animation for them unrolling is absolutely adorable. Wherever they go, armadillos drop Squid. And yes, it looks a bit like poop, but it's actually really useful. It's basically scales from their hard protective shell, and you can use it to craft dog armor. You can also get Squid by brushing armadillos. Lots and lots of Squid. Armadillos love to eat spider eyes, so if you give them spider eyes, you can breed them. Love mode engaged, and yes, we have a baby armadillo. How cute is that? And here's another fun fact for you. The spiders must have heard that the armadillos like to eat their eyes, so they're actually really, really scared of them and run away. Go get him, tiger. The next mob on the list is the Axolotl. It's another mob vote winner. You can only find Axolotl in lush caves. They come in 4 different colors plus blue, but you need to breed them to get blue, and it is super, super rare. Axolotls are amphibians. They live in water, but they can also be on dry land for a little bit. They just need to go back into the water eventually, otherwise they die. You can catch axolotls in water buckets and carry them about with you. Then you can simply release your bucket of axolotl anywhere where it's convenient. You can also breed these little guys with tropical fish. But it has to be live tropical fish from a bucket. They don't eat dead fish. And yay, we've got a baby! But axolotl are not just ridiculously cute, they also attack aquatic mobs. They hunt fish, but they're also not scared of bigger prey like the squid. So if you have a pet axolotl, that's free fish and ink sacs for you. But did you also know that axolotl attack scary mobs like drowned and guardians? They really aren't afraid of anything. So will you get yourself a pet axolotl? Mob number 4 on our list is the bat. Bats are ambient mobs. That means they are there to create an atmosphere. They live in dark places like caves. You cannot put a bat on a lead, and you cannot tame it or catch it or breed it. They're really just for decoration. Even if you kill them, they don't drop anything. So I don't know why I just did that. So let's quickly move on to something more useful. The camel. They spawn in deserts and in desert villages. Camels can be put on a lead, they can be saddled, and they can be ridden by 2 players. But unfortunately, I'm recording this in a single-player world, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Here's me riding into the sunset. Camels are really fun to ride. They're super tall and quite fast. And their height gives you another massive advantage because they are so tall that a lot of the melee mobs can't reach you when you're up there. So, that's you, gone. Bye-bye. Camels love to eat cactus, and if you feed 2 camels cactus, they go into love mode and make a camel baby. This little guy is so cute, just look at him. Do you need any more reasons to get yourself a camel in Minecraft? But if you think a camel is a little bit too big for you, how about a cat? Cats are super useful and popular pets in Minecraft. They spawn in villages and in swamp huts. And they come in tons of different colors. Some people even try to collect every single type of cat. You can tame cats by feeding them raw salmon or cod, and you know it's a tame cat when it's got a collar. And once you've tamed your cat, you can also breed it with another tame cat. There you go, the magic of raw fish is working, and we have a baby. Tame cats are very loyal and follow you wherever you go, unless you make them sit. And just like real cats, they love to lie on a bed or in a warm place, like on top of a furnace. They also like to get totally in the way, of course, and sit on top of chests, because they're cats. One of the most adorable things is when your cat comes to sleep with you and it purrs. And it brings you little presents in the night, like feathers, string, and sometimes even chicken. But did you know that cats are also super useful? They protect you from creepers, because creepers are really scared of them. And the same with phantoms. This fluffy hole has spotted me, but it's seen the cat, and now it doesn't want to know me because my cat scares it away. Amazing! Good little puddy cat. Next up is the first of our classic farm animals, the chicken. Chickens spawn in most grassy biomes. This is a chicken in a temperate climate. In warm biomes like the savanna, they look a bit more funky. And these fluffy-headed goofballs live in cold biomes. Chicken are a great source of food and supplies in early game. Dinner time! Yummy roast chicken! And of course, even Minecraft chicken lay eggs, but weirdly you can't boil them. Breeding chicken in Minecraft is really weird. They don't sit on a nest and wait for the eggs to hatch. No, you have to give them seeds, any kind of seeds, and then they make a baby chick. I guess that's Minecraft logic. They also follow you when you hold seeds in your hand. If you want to breed chickens on your farm, make sure you protect them, because foxes and stray cats will attack them and kill them. And if you've watched the Minecraft movie, you've probably heard about this guy, the chicken jockey. Sometimes a chicken will randomly spawn with a baby zombie on its back, and when you see this, it's time to run. Oops-a-daisy, I'm lucky. It's daytime. And here is our next water mob, the cod. Cod live in great numbers in the Minecraft oceans, and they're a great easy source of early game food. When you kill cod, they also sometimes drop bone meal, and that's also useful. And if you don't want to get your feet wet, you can of course go fishing. You can eat them raw, but they have more nutrition if you cook them, like on this campfire. You can also catch cods in buckets of water and make your own pond. But you cannot breed cod, so there you go. Our next popular farm animal is the cow. If you spawn in a biome that's got cows in it, that's probably the first farm you'll make. Cows give you many useful resources, like leather and beef, but unfortunately you have to kill them for that. But steaks are a really good food source in Minecraft, and they're yummy. You can also milk cows by right-clicking on them with an empty bucket. Did you know that you can drink milk if you've been poisoned and it goes away? So where can you find cows in Minecraft? Well, they're actually quite common. You find them in most grassy biomes. Catching a cow is also easy. You can put them on a lead, or they will just follow you if you hold some wheat. And you also use wheat to breed cows. There you go. Nom nom nom. Yay, we have calves. Did you know that there are different types of cows? This is your regular cow. But if you go to a cold biome, they look like this. Just look at those horns. And in warm biomes, the horns are even bigger. That's gigantic. And just like this, we're in double digits. Meet mob number 10, the donkey. Donkeys spawn in plains, meadows and savannas, and they're slightly smaller than a horse. You can ride donkeys, but you have to tame them first. Come on, buddy. Right-click on them with an empty hand and you will mount them, but they will buck you off a few times, so keep going until they accept you. If you want to speed up the process, you can feed them sugar, lots and lots of sugar. That makes them sweet. Let's see if this is enough. Okay, I'm on board and... Oh yes, we've got love hearts! Amazing! Now I need to equip this donkey with a saddle, there we go. And that way I can steer him. Okay, let's go! Off we go! Giddy up! Da-da-da-da-da-da! You can also equip donkeys with chests, so they're a great way for transporting goods before you have shulker boxes. Here are all the things donkeys can eat. Sugar makes them sweet, and golden apples and golden carrots make them go into love mode. Okay, let's breed some donkeys. You can only breed tame donkeys, by the way, and we have a baby! Hi, buddy. I can't give you any more golden apples because they're really expensive. Bye! And for anybody who's watched Shrek, it makes total sense to move straight from donkeys to the swamp. We don't have ogres in Minecraft, but we have frogs. They live both in mangrove swamps and in regular swamps, and they can jump up to 8 blocks high. Oi, buddy, I said 8 blocks, not 2. Ah, this one is definitely a lazy frog. Go on then, go for a swim if you must. Frogs love to eat small bouncy blocks, like for instance slimes, but they don't really mind what color they are, so you can also feed them magma blocks. And when they eat the spicy red cubes, they spit out frog lights. The color of the frogs and the color of the frog lights depends on the biome. In warm biomes, the frogs are white and the frog lights are pearlescent. That's pink to you and me. Frogs that are hatched in cold climates are green and they give you verdant frog light. They look like this, green. And frogs in temperate climates are brown and they give you ochre frog lights. You can breed 2 frogs by giving them slime balls. One of the frogs will then go into the water and lay some frog spawn. You then have to wait for a bit and eventually tadpoles will hatch from the frog spawn. Eventually these tadpoles will grow into frogs, but you can also catch them in a bucket, then you can take them to a different biome and they will grow up into the type of frog that you want. Glow squid are another really cool water mob. They spawn in dark underwater areas like caves and deep oceans. Unfortunately, you can't breed them, but if you kill them, they give you glow ink sacs. And you can use those sacs to make the writing on your signs glow. How cool is that? The next mob is one of Minecraft's fastest and most fun means of transport in early game. It's the horse. Horses spawn in herds, on plains and in savannas, and they come in many different colors. There really is a horse for everybody. I don't know which I'm gonna choose. Oh, I think I'm going to take the spotty one over here. Oh yeah, you look super cute, Mr. Dapples. You can breed horses with golden carrots just like donkeys. And if you breed 2 different horses, you get a mixture of both parents. So let's see what this one gives us. Oh look, this foal is completely grey. Taming and riding horses works exactly the same way as with donkeys. So this one just bucked me up. Let's try again. Okay, that wasn't a goer. Maybe let's try the sugar trick. Do you want some sugar, buddy? Come on, eat the sugar and be nice, become sweet. Okay? Is that enough now? No, you want more. He wants more. Oh, look, he's waggling his tail. Okay, let's try again. And do we get love hearts? Do we get love hearts? Yes! We have tamed this horse now. Okay, buddy, time to put a saddle on you. Where's my saddle? That's a fence post. No, okay, that's a saddle. Right, okay, you ready? And bam! Okay, the sheep wants to be saddled too. Yeah, you're not getting a saddle. That's just not gonna work, okay? You can't put chests on horses, but you can put armor on them to protect them. And we're ready to go. Woohoo, that was super fun, but now let's look at one of Minecraft's weirder mobs, the Mooshroom. These adorable red goofballs are essentially just cows with an extreme fashion sense and a fungal infection, which is not surprising really, because they live on mushroom fields. I guess if you eat nothing but mushrooms, you probably become a mushroom eventually. That makes sense, right? I mean, Minecraft sense. Mushrooms work basically the same as regular cows. If you kill them, you get steaks and leather. And it's a little disappointing that the leather isn't even red. You can also milk cows, but they don't give you strawberry milk. It's not pink or anything, it's just regular milk. Yeah, just normal cow juice. But because of the special mushroom situation, you can also right-click them with a wooden bowl and you get mushroom stew. So I guess that makes it a kind of superior cow, right? Breeding works exactly the same though. They eat wheat, not mushrooms. Do you want to see a magic trick? You can actually turn mushrooms into real cows. Just click on them with shears and shear the mushrooms off, and you get to keep the mushrooms. And I'm losing my voice. Oh dear, maybe I need to drink some more of that delicious mushroom milk. Okay, I think that worked. Let's move on to mules. And I'm not talking about the slipper shoes. I'm talking about a mixture between a donkey and a horse. If a donkey and a horse have a baby together, they call it a mule. And that's actually a true fact, not just a Minecraft fact. Sadly, mules can't have their own babies. But you can put a saddle on them and ride them exactly like a horse. And they can be equipped with chests, just like a donkey. So if it's half horse and half donkey, why did they call it a mule? Shouldn't it have been called a dorse? Or maybe a honky? Yes, this is a honky. I'm riding a honky. Whoopee! Go honky, go! And what have we got here? Welcome to the jungle. And this is the Ocelot. The Ocelot is a shy wild jungle cat and you cannot breed it. It is probably the closest thing that Minecraft is coming to a tiger. Except maybe, well, less impressive. I mean, it's the size of a cat and it doesn't eat people. It is a pretty fierce and dangerous killer though. A chicken killer. Yeah, they kill chickens. The fluffy jungle chickens. Yeah, it doesn't even look guilty, does it? Well, I mean, it's a cat. And even though you can't tame the Ocelot, you can still breed it, which is kind of cute, but it's kind of pointless. But, well, I mean, who doesn't like a cute baby animal? And there's one Spotty. Actually, yeah, Ocelot kittens are really cute. Let's stay in the jungle for a bit and meet Minecraft's real party animals, the parrots. Parrots come in 5 different colors and they are super fun pets to have. Parrots love all kinds of seeds, so feed them some seeds and they become tame. Tame parrots follow you and they sit on your shoulder, so if you want to feel like a real pirate, get yourself a parrot. Warmy hearties! And if you don't want them to follow you, you just make them sit. But the craziest thing is, parrots can't resist a boogie. Look at them dance away to the music. Yeah, shake those tail feathers, you crazy birds. I could stand here and watch this all day. Just look at them jiggle. This is hysterical. And after all that craziness, perhaps it's time for another useful mob. One that we're all familiar with and that we all adore. The piggy. This popular farm animal is quite common in Minecraft. You can find it in grassy biomes, but also in some forests. These pink little fellas that we're all familiar with live in moderate climates. Pigs in cold biomes wear a woolly winter coat. I bet with all that fur they don't even feel the snow. And these brown funny oinkers, they live in warm climates. Yes, that's you. Yes, I'm sorry I called you an oinker, but you do look funny. I apologize to all vegetarians and animal lovers at this point. I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes and I don't really enjoy this. It's just to show you that if you kill a pig, you get pork chops. And if you haven't got enough pigs, you can of course breed them. Pigs love lots of raw vegetables. They love potatoes and beetroots and they also love carrots. But I haven't brought any carrots, so you'll just have to take my word for it. And here's another fun fact. You can actually ride pigs. You can just slap a saddle on them and then you can steer them with a carrot on a stick. This is probably one of the slowest and daftest modes of transport in Minecraft, but I think the pigs really enjoy it. That is, unless you run out of food on your journey and use them as a sort of mobile picnic. But you'd have to be some sort of monster to do that, right? Talking about monsters, here is a passive mob that can actually hurt you. Ouch! Yeah, this is the pufferfish. It lives in the ocean and when you get too close it inflates and then you get poisoned. Maybe it just defends itself, but it still feels quite aggressive to me. You can catch pufferfish in buckets. Well, you can if you don't get stung first. There, gotcha. You can then dump your pufferfish anywhere you like. In fact, dumping a pufferfish under your friend's house floorboards is quite a popular prank because pufferfish can, ouchie, sense you from a block away. They don't even need to touch you to sting you. So yeah, they might be classed a passive mob, but they're really not friendly. The other thing you should not do is try to eat a pufferfish because they actually poison you when you eat them too. Ow, ow. Ow! But as if that's not enough, they also give you nausea. I'm beginning to get seasick. This is terrible. So basically, stay away from pufferfish. So how about something completely harmless next, like some cute bunny rabbits? You can find bunny rabbits in deserts, some of the snowy biomes and many forests, and there are 8 different varieties. Rabbits jump up to 2 blocks high. Hello! They drop rabbit meat and rabbit hide, which you can use for making bundles and leather. But you're not the only thing that hunts rabbits. Wild wolves also like to take a bouncy snack. And of course rabbits breed like, well, the proverbial rabbits. They breed like rabbits. If you feed them dandelions, carrots or golden carrots, they go absolutely love crazy. And here's another fun thing to do. If you name tag your rabbits Toast, they become black and white rabbits. That's actually the only way you can get these black and white rabbits. I have absolutely no idea why they're called Toast, because if my toast looked like that, I'd be worried about my toaster. The next mob we're going to look at lives in rivers and in oceans. Salmon are quite common and they're really tasty. The game mechanics for salmon are exactly the same as for cods, so if you missed a chapter on cod, you can always rewind. Sheep are another essential Minecraft farm mob. They need to eat grass to grow their wool, so you will find them in most grassy biomes. And they spawn in a number of different colors in the wild. Sheep are quite easy to catch. They follow you when you hold wheat, or you can put them on a lead, and then you can put them in your farm. I built my sheep pen near a village, and apparently one of the villagers volunteered to look after them. If you kill sheep, they drop mutton and wool, but we're not gonna kill the sheep right now. We've had enough killing recently, so you'll just have to take my word for it. And there's a much better and animal-friendly way of getting wool. You can just shear them. The wool is automatically the same color as the sheep, so a brown sheep drops brown wool, a white sheep drops white wool, and so forth. And as soon as they eat some grass, the wool grows back. But if you think the natural sheep colors are too drab, you can also dye your sheep. You can craft 16 different dyes from all sorts of colors and natural materials. So that means there are also 16 different colors of wool. You can breed sheep with wheat. If the parents have different colors that you can mix, then the lamb will be a mixture of both colors. So the red and the white sheep had a pink baby. But if the parents' colors can't be mixed, Minecraft will randomly choose one of the parents' colors for you. So these ones have got a blue baby. And I'm sure you can work out what color the lamb of the red and yellow sheep is gonna be, right? Okay, here we go. It is orange, of course. Just look at my colorful flock of little lambs. Wool is an absolute Minecraft essential, by the way. You can make banners and carpets and paintings. But the most important thing in Minecraft is a bed. Without a bed, you can't set your spawn or sleep the night away. Absolute disaster. The next mob is super rare and quite spooky. It is the legendary skeleton horse. Sometimes a lightning strike can create a trap horse. And if a player approaches a trap horse, it spawns 4 deadly horsemen. They come equipped with enchanted bows. And if you can kill them before they can kill you, and without killing the horse, you get a skeleton horse. Skeleton horses are already used to being ridden, so you don't need to tame them. But if you want to steer them, you do need to put a saddle on them. And then you can ride them almost exactly like any other horse. Well, actually, not exactly. First of all, you can't breed them because they're already dead. But because they're dead, they can also ride underwater. Because, let's face it, if you're already dead, you can't really drown anymore, can you? Just remember, you're not dead, so you can still drown. If you think that was the weirdest thing you've seen in Minecraft, check this out. This big beastie is called the Sniffer, and it does not spawn in the regular way either. You have to hatch your first Sniffer from a Sniffer egg. And you can only find Sniffer eggs in warm ocean ruins. They are hiding in the suspicious sand. So you need to get your brush out and start brushing, and hope that no drowns kill you or that you drown yourself. Then you go home and plonk your Sniffer egg down. It grows faster on moss, by the way. And then it's time to wait until a little Snifflet hatches. There it is. This may take a few days, by the way. And yes, it's not in pain. They always sound like that. Grown-up Sniffers wander about and go sniffing for seeds. And when they think they found one, they plop down and then they start digging. Shall we wait a little bit and see what this one has found? Okay, come on, buddy. Get up. We want to see. Move. Yeah. Okay. Move. Oh, they move so slowly. Oh, and there it is. It's a torch flower seed. Sniffers can find two types of flowers, torch flowers and pitcher pods, and you have to plant them on farmland. And when they grow up, they look like this. You can't get them any other way. If you're lucky and you have two sniffers, you can breed them as well. You just give them some torch flower seeds and they get into motion. Very, very slowly. Okay, this might take a while. Right, they're touching noses and I think they've lined up and love hearts. And one of them has dropped an egg. And you already know what to do with sniffer eggs, so let's move on. As little Anna said to Elsa, do you want to build a snowman? And in Minecraft you can have your very own Olaf, made from 2 snow blocks and a carved pumpkin. Snow golems wander about the place and leave a trail of snow. A bit like a snail, but much, much colder. But we know that sunshine is the enemy of snowmen, so if you build them in a warm climate, this happens. Yep, bye-bye Olaf. Snow golems absolutely hate hostile mobs, and they will throw snowballs at them. Watching this little pillager defend himself is actually quite fun. I wonder who's going to win this snowball fight. And here's another fun fact. If you use shears on a snow golem, you can remove the pumpkin, and this is what his real face is like. Just look at him, that goofy grin. It's adorable. Look, Olaf, I'm wearing your pumpkin. Moving on, let's say hello to the squid. The squid is basically the same as the glow squid, except a lot less fancy. It lives in rivers and in oceans, and it is really quite plentiful. When you kill a glow squid, it drops an ink sac. And ink sacs can be used for making black dye or for making books and quills. And this weird creature is the strider. It is the only friendly mob that lives in the nether. And as you can see, it can walk on lava. In fact, it absolutely loves the heat. This one is a mummy strider, carrying her baby on her back. But that's not the only thing they can carry on their back. You can saddle and ride them. You need a warped fungus on a stick to steer them. But this could actually be your best and fastest and safest way to cross a big lava lake. Just look at me go. This is such an underused and underrated mob. You can also breed striders with warped fungus. And the babies are totally cute. You can also take your striders to the overworld, but they turn purple and they shiver in the cold. And they're totally allergic to water, so rain can kill them. Oh dear. Technically the tadpole counts as a mob, but actually it's just the baby form of a frog. So, if you've skipped that chapter, just go back to frog later on. But we're gonna skip straight ahead to turtles. Turtles live on beaches and they amble about on the sand, but when they get in the water, they swim about super gracefully. Just like real turtles, Minecraft turtles like eating seagrass, so if you hold some, they are gonna follow you. And you can also use it to breed them. After a little while, one of the turtles will find a bit of sand and they'll start digging about absolutely crazily. And then they will lay some eggs. There you go. You've witnessed a miracle of nature. After a few nights, tiny baby turtles will hatch from the eggs and they will try to get into the water straight away. Eventually, they will grow up into adult turtles. And when they do, they drop these green baby shells. They're called Squid and they're very useful, because with Squid you can craft one of the coolest helmets in Minecraft, the turtle helmet. And that helmet gives you powers like Aquaman. You can swim super fast and you can stay underwater for a really long time. Right, I'm gonna do some scuba diving. The last but one mob is the villager, and it is so useful that you could basically make an entire video about it, but I'll just give you the basic facts. Guess where villagers spawn? You got it, in villages. In different biomes you get different villages, and the villagers wear different clothes. This here is a desert village. Let me show you a few more. This is a savannah village, and the tall guy in the middle, that's an iron golem. Every village has one, but you'll hear all about them in the next video about neutral mobs. Snowy villages look like this, and I think the villagers wear really cool clothes. What do you think about the outfits? This is a tiger village. It looks really rustic. And here is one of the villagers. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to us. Fair enough. Let's move on to the plains village. It looks lovely and peaceful, but hang on a minute. Why is there a guy standing on the rooftop? I didn't know we had chimney sweeps in Minecraft. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello? Okay, I've always said this and I'll say it again. Villagers are weird. There are definitely no chimney sweeps in Minecraft, but villagers do have different professions. If you give them a workstation, they will choose the profession that goes with that workstation. And of course, they will have special clothes to show you what profession they have. This guy, for instance, is a leather worker. This guy's a shepherd. Let's see if he wants to trade with us. No, I don't want any of that. What about this farmer? By the way, the going currency on Minecraft is emeralds. Got any good books, Mr. Librarian? Let's see, Aqua Affinity, not bad, but I have a turtle helmet, so I don't need that. Oh, there's a butcher. Let's see. Oh, you're buying stuff. Okay, cool, but I don't really have any steaks right now. Maybe my old friend the leather worker has something. Oh, a blue tunic. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. Thank you. And I have left Minecraft's most annoying mob last, the Wandering Trader. These guys randomly spawn near players with their 2 llamas, and they hang about and get totally in the way. They want to sell you stuff, but they never seem to have anything that you want. They also buy a few common items from you, and Mojang has promised us that they are working on the Wandering Trader trades. So I'm cautiously optimistic. To be perfectly honest, at the moment most people just treat them as a free source of llama leather and leads. This really is the easiest way to get leads, but there is a death-free way of getting them. You don't have to kill them. Just place a boat down, and when the llama goes in, it drops the lead and is detached. Okay, you can be free, buddy. Let's do the same for the other one. Okay, hey, where are you going? I missed. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And yes, it's in. Okay, so I've got 2 leads, I've got 2 free llamas, and the trader, well, the trader can just get on without them, I guess. Because I'm gonna take these 2 llamas home with me. Dippyblether, defender of the llamas. And llamas are another neutral mob. But as I said, there will be another video about that. And that was it, all 32 passive mobs in one video. I hope you had fun and learned some interesting facts. Follow me so you don't miss Ouch! Rude! Part 2 about neutral mobs and Part 3 about hostile mobs. Until then, have a hippy dippy day. Bye bye!